Does it benefit you to be angry? Hey, Jason here. And you've been following me along with the Success Puzzle on Bob Proctor, and we've been talking about attitude, success. We dived a little bit into self-image, and we're going to go more into that as I keep doing more videos. However, I want to talk about, being angry. Does that really help you? And a lot of us, and I'm gonna be honest with you, like I wasn't taught anger was an emotion. I thought, oh, I'm not an emotional person, and I was angry all the time. And I didn't realize how much anger was a composite of my attitude. And remember, your attitude is a composite of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. And because I was such an angry person, especially after I came back from the military, went to the Iraq War and everything. And let me speak about that for a second. I don't think a lot of people really understand the Iraq War. Um, it's one of the first wars for American history, at least, where you had more people coming back not deformed, meaning not missing limbs. It was more psychological damage. And so there's a lot of Iraq War veterans who are not getting the treatment that they need. And there's a lot of veterans who are just, being pushed aside because they're not being taken serious because it's a lot of psychological issues, emotional issues, issues with their attitude. And I didn't realize one of the things that was messing with me from the military service was I was an angry person. I was angry at everyone. I was always ready to fight, or I had my guns. Anybody who knew me back then when I was in Texas, like I always had my pistols with me in my car. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no desire to ever be that person again. I don't even want to have a gun again. I've just taken a vow last week that I don't want to be angry anymore. Like it's a waste. There's no point in being angry. There's no point in being violent. There's no point in wanting to fight people. There's no point in wanting to hurt people. It's just no point. And I'm at the point in my life where anger doesn't suit me. It really doesn't suit me. And it literally took me, with everything that happened this year with Chantel and everything, it really took that for me to understand that. I don't have a desire to be angry anymore. Some of the days, like when I'm at my saddest moments and I'm sitting here, just wishing she was here so we could just talk about, even if it was Grey's Anatomies, I don't care. Just talk about anything. And then sometimes I go back and reflect, like those idiotic moments where we're mad at each other, we're not talking, and I'm like, it didn't suit me. Because if I could do anything and go back in time, I would go back and just every last one of those moments, I would just slap myself and be like, dude, get happy. There's gonna come a day that she's not here with you. And really think about that in your life. Like, how many areas in your life is anger holding you back? It was holding me back from relationships. It literally helped keep toxic people in my life because I was a toxic person. It held me back from money. Like, I couldn't think clear. I couldn't think about how to form a business idea. I was too busy being angry. Like, people were afraid of me. Like, people didn't know if Jason was going to come in and do a business deal, if he was going to come in and shoot up the place. Like, really think about that. Like, but then also, like, what kind of relationships is it holding back from you? Are you looking for the love of your life, but you're walking around angry all day? Guess what? They're never going to come. And no one's taught us this. It's funny because I was watching Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson this morning, and he was talking with Bill Burr, and they were talking about this, like how, I'm tired of being angry. I don't want to be angry anymore. And it was interesting hearing it from Bill Burr. As you know, he's a raunchy comic, real vulgar, but also like he's like an angry comedian. That's what his little shtick is. He's an angry comedian. And he was like, in areas of his life with his kids and stuff like that, he doesn't want to be an angry person. He said, and it was really interesting. He said one of the biggest changing moments in his life was having a child. Because then he started realizing all the fucked up stuff that was done to him. Like, oh, kids are supposed to be seen, not heard. Sit down and shut up. Like, cursing out your child, like how he was cursed out. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's how the generation was that grew up at that time. We can sit here and put all these moral codes on things, but the truth is, if we were living in that time, we would probably be doing the same thing because that's just what it is. And so I really thought that was interesting because you don't hear guys talk about this a lot. You don't hear a lot of men talking about not wanting to be angry. So many times we see these commercials and we see all these shows, and even we look at like football, basketball, and all this, and it's like you want to root for the big angry guy. You want the guy that's aggressive and all of this, and The truth is, that may work for basketball, it may work for football or MMA or some kind of action sport, but do you really think being angry is going to help your household? Do you think your kids are going to like being in an angry house? Do you think they're going to wake up every day jumping out of bed and say, oh, mommy, daddy's angry and fighting? It's not going to happen. So nothing's going to change. The future isn't going to change unless we start to change now. And that's why I took this vow. I was like, look, man, looking back, anger did not serve me anywhere in my life. It didn't help me get to a millionaire. It didn't help me get to a billionaire. It helped me nowhere in my life. So I might as well try the complete opposite using the universal law of polarity. And let me just see what focusing on nothing but happiness can give me. I can tell you this, looking at people like Damon John, Robert Kiyosaki, Grant Cardone, after you just saw him on that big super yacht that he had rented, I'm like, those people are happy. And they have some of the things that I want in life. So I'm going to start being like them. I'm going to emulate like them. Be a happy person. Be a happy person to people that I come in contact with and try to inspire people. And, you know, for me, like I'm starting to realize this is my worthy ideal, which I'm going to break down in a video for you, like what that means. And this is what my goal for success is to just be happy. And like really think about it. Do you want to be a happier person? Because if so, you can do it right now. And it only takes being happy. Go do something happy. If you're sad and depressed right now, go for a walk. Go watch cat video. That's one of my favorite things. If I feel a little stressed out or I'm getting a little annoyed, I'll just go on Instagram and watch cat videos. Cheer me up every time. I'm just laughing. But do whatever you need to do. If you want a book that you can read that really breaks down happiness well, this was the first book I read outside of any higher education. It was my first professional development book, and it was recommended to me by Chantel. So, and the book is called The Happiness Trap. You can get it on Amazon. I think it's on Audible. I'm pretty sure you can find it on YouTube if you just search it in. But just if you're looking and you're struggling with happiness, pick up that book. It can really help you out. And it'll really just start getting your life in perspective, because I can tell you firsthand, being happy has helped me meet a whole lot better people in my life and pushed me to better areas of my life than being angry ever could have. And you deserve to have that opportunity too. So I hope you got some value from this video. Hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can see more, and I will see you tomorrow.